One of my least favorite things about school, not just high school or college or just like any particular grade, is math class. Like addition, subtraction, all that trigonometry and stuff. To me, after they teach you addition and subtraction and maybe division, this should just stop. It should be an elective. Like, why isn't math an elective? Like after addition and subtraction, it doesn't help in any other classes. Like in history, you can like maybe like if you need to find out the difference between 2 years, like 2007 and this happened in 1933. Like you subtract them and you go, oh, okay, it was this many years apart. But it's like after that, besides maybe division in like chemistry or something, which also should be an elective class anyway. What if I'm gonna be a computer engineer or like a mechanic? I don't even know chemistry. It doesn't matter. Like who cares if I know what polybicarbonate is? Doesn't matter. I'm working on a Toyota Corolla. It means nothing to me. Like history I can understand, so you don't try to create some weird master race again. It's like math? It's like I'm in like pre-calculus or whatever, algebra or something. But it's like it doesn't help me in any other class. I'm not in English class like, oh yeah, that is a linear function. Like I've never said that. I've never thought that. I've never been in photo digital and been, oh yeah, the steps for ISO and the steps for shutter speed. That's a linear function, or huh? That's a nonlinear function because it doesn't have matching pairs in the x coordinate. I've never said that. I've never said that once in my entire life. And it's like, there's no need to teach multiplication. Honestly, it's like I get the thing. It's like, oh, why do you need any school then? It's because you need basic knowledge. But math, why math? Why is math so important? Computers do math for us. That's what computers were invented to do. Like the first computers were invented to do math problems. Like you'd put a number in. They were calculators basically. You put numbers in and they would give you the solution for it. And it's like now they're calculators for anything. You just type something into the search bar and you get exactly what you were looking for. And it's like if a computer can't solve it like on a whim, like you can't put into a computer a function question because it doesn't know all the information. And it just doesn't do that. Then why do humans have to know how to do it? If a computer can't do it, like this like if a computer was a being, it would be like all knowing, all powerful, it could do anything it wants, it would know everything, and it can't do it. Why do we have to know how to do it? Why do I have to know calculus when computers don't know calculus? Like who decided that? Like multiplication is just quicker addition. If you just taught me how to add really well, I wouldn't need multiplication at all. If you taught me how to subtract really well, I wouldn't need to know how to divide. Actually, I think division is a little bit different. So maybe division. It should be 3. Multiplication shouldn't even be 1. Like 3 times 5 is just 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Or you could just know that if someone says, what's 6, or what's 6, what did I say? What's 5 3 times? You know, oh, it's 15. It's like, it's the same thing. You don't have to teach us. It's like, oh, well, what if it's a big number like 62 times 3? Okay. 62 plus 62. What is that? 124? I think. Wait, 62. Yeah, 124. And then, oh, well, what's another one then? 186. It's like, it doesn't matter. I just did it. I didn't have to. It actually would have been harder probably to do it in multiplication in my head. It's like, what? Why? And it's the worst class too. I hate math so much. one of the only classes I've had to do a retake for. I've had to do credit retrieval for. And it was stupid. And it was geometry. I'm not a geometrist. Or a carpenter. Or a spaceship designer. I don't care. I don't need to know. Geometry should have been an elective. Why are my electives like learning? It's like you can take the Excel course as a thing. That should be a requirement. You need that to get a job. Math. It's like if you go to be a radio host. They don't interview and ask you, what's a function when f of x equals x squared plus 3. They don't ask you that. They go, I don't know how radio show hosts work. They go, can you conversate for a long time? You go, yeah. Can you use a microphone? Yeah. It's like, I didn't need to know that. They don't ask you, what was the War of 1812 named? And it's like, huh. That was the War of Attrition, right? And they go, nope, get out of here. Not your job. Next person. And as you're walking out, you close the door and they hear them ask the same question. They go, they didn't have a nickname. It was the War of 1812. And they go, ding, ding, ding. You got it. They didn't even ask them the other questions. It's that's not how the world works. My mom didn't get her job by knowing what happened in the Bay of Pigs in 1987. She got her job by being good at her job. Which is a bad example because she has a math job. But it's like, why are so many of these things required? English shouldn't even be a class. If you can talk to somebody and get your idea across, does it matter how it's said unless it's in a professional environment? And in that case, it should be an elective. Because what if you're not going to be a professional? Like, what if you're not going to be a businessman and have to write out, dear comrades, I sincerely hope that you take my request into... It doesn't matter. What if I'm a plumber? I'm going to write someone a note that says, toilet ain't work, come back tomorrow. Like, it doesn't matter. I could have taken using that time to either work on stuff stuff like matters. Like, what's a class that actually matters to me? Graphic design, photo digital. I don't know. Those are like two things that I might actually pursue in life. And those are the classes that are like, it's like 20 minutes. You go in there and he tells you what to do and then you leave. But it's like math. No, you need a whole day for math. You need to know which hexadecimal number equals this septillion amount of cups of wine. Like, it doesn't... Who cares? Nobody cares. Not a single person cares. Unless you're a mathematician, which is not a real job, by the way. That's not a real job. If your job is to do math problems, then that's not a job. Unless you're like a tutor, then you're not a mathematician, you're just a tutor. And tutors don't get paid anything unless you work at like Sylvan or something. And nobody goes to Sylvan. You just look it up on the internet and Khan Academy tells you how to do it. And it's baffling to me that some of the classes in school like exist, like geology. I have to take geology. You know why? Because you need that many credits. It's not even like you need to know what geology is. It's you need that many credits, so we're gonna give you geology. Why not give me like a production class or something? Like, I am interested in like producing videos and doing like producing like pictures and stuff and editing pictures and audio, high-end audio, all that stuff. And it's like, no, you get geology, you can learn about copper. I don't care about copper's Cu atomic number 58. It doesn't mean anything to me. I guess the idea here is, why don't you get to pick your classes? Like, when you start middle school. I get middle school is kind of the time when you still don't know anything because you're like going through puberty or whatever. But at least you're starting to get an idea. Like, I get maybe they teach you math and stuff. Like, I'll give them this. Maybe they teach you math up until end of middle school. Like, freshman year of like, no. Like, the last year of middle school, they're like, you're not locked into anything, but you get to pick these like 3 categories you get to do. And we'll switch them out at any time. Because they make a big deal about switching you out of classes. It's like, oh, we don't have enough room. It doesn't matter. The teacher is standing in front saying stuff. Does it matter how many people are in the room listening? Does it really matter? There could be 3 people in that room and they'd still have a problem with it. They go, well, this teacher, this class is pretty hard, so he can only teach 3 people at a time. Because he walks around and talks to them individually, yeah? No, he sits in front of a board and points at stuff. It doesn't matter how many people. School is frustrating, and I don't want to do it.